It's Around the Horn. It's the first word.
Hi, welcome to Around the Horn. Today on the show we're going to be talking about the addition of a football program to the Division I school, Winthrop University, and assessing if it's actually feasible. I'm going to hand it off to Ryan, who's going to talk about the interests of the people involved in the school.
My name is Ryan Hussey, and I'm here to talk about how the students, the faculty, and staff, and the alumni feel about adding a football program to Winthrop University. 833 students took the survey, and the results showed that 78.5 students would attend football games, and 70% of those students would attend 5 or more games. So overall, the support of adding this program was super high, and 50% of the students said that they would even pay a student fee to enter the game. Moving on to how the faculty and staff felt, 575 faculty and staff took the survey. 45% of them thought it was not a good idea to add a football team to this school. Moving on to the alumni, 2,898 alumni took the survey, and 54% of them said it was a good idea. 25% of them thought it was a good idea if certain conditions were met, and 21% said no, it was not a good idea to add a football program to this school. So overall, they thought it would increase involvement, improve retention, and the college atmosphere. Although some people weren't in favor in adding a football team to Winthrop University, the overall interest was high on adding this program. Now Nikki is going to talk about the GIS analysis and perspective of adding this program and seeing if it's feasible or not.
Thanks, Ryan. As I talked to you guys about our findings of our GIS study, I want to talk to you guys about first what our GIS study is. A GIS study can be used to investigate the interest and activity surrounding, for our purposes, football in the surrounding geographic area of Winthrop University. These two graphs in the GIS analysis show that interest in the surrounding Winthrop University region are high, both in watching the entertainment of football and attending the games in the surrounding areas is stronger than the U.S. average. Alright, so this table shows the likelihood for the surrounding areas of Winthrop University to attend the college football games. If Winthrop is this blue dot right here, we have 3 surrounding metropolitan areas that are super high in wanting to attend college football, which is very good for the likelihood of them to attend a college football game if Winthrop were to add a program to their division. These two graphs that I showed and the GIS analysis support that Winthrop University is located in an area where demand for football-related activities, both TV and in person, is strong.
So to further break down the addition of a football team to Winthrop University, it's really important that we look at the costs and the benefits that they'll get from the program. So when looking at the costs, we broke that down into 3 categories. We had construction costs, which includes like the building of stadiums and stuff like that. Soft costs, which include graphics and brandings, and additional costs for things like funds for a marching band. So the total of those altogether is $11,480,098 when totaling those 3 categories. So then if we look at the benefits that the school would gain from adding a football program, we took the top 5 categories here, and we had ticket sales, guarantees and options, donations from alumni, NCAA and conference payments, and sponsorship and advertising. And in total, it would be $3,272,000. So obviously the benefits are less than the costs by a pretty big amount, but that's only the top 5 sources. So when you add up all the little things, that also may help. So the big question is, will the benefits exceed the cost? And it's actually impossible to know for sure because people are coming and going, and you can't always estimate exactly who's going to come to your games and the revenue that you're going to be able to generate. So based on the estimated revenue from increased enrollment, home games, and paid away games that the addition of a football team would bring, it would be possible to exceed this amount if a football program was implemented. However, even if the revenues exceeded the direct costs, when factoring in the additional costs of athletic and academic supporting jobs, as well as additional campus housing, food, etc., it's not clear that Winthrop itself would experience a significant net revenue benefit from the addition of a football team. So now I'm going to hand it over to Lam, where he'll talk about if the addition of the football team will fall into compliance with Title IX.
Thanks, Regan. I will be looking at whether Winthrop University complies with Title IX based off of the addition of 90 roster spots in order for a men's football team. In order to comply with Title IX, there are 3 tests done by the Office for Civil Rights. The first being whether opportunities are proportional to the enrolled percentage of each gender, and the second being whether each gender is underrepresented in a history of expansion. The third we will not have to look at, as Winthrop is not in danger of failing this aspect. The current percentage of full-time women students is almost 67%, while the men is 33%. With the addition of 90 roster spots for a football team, this would lead Winthrop to fail Test 1 of Title IX's requirements. And in order to meet Standard 2, you must eliminate at least 4 male programs. If 90 spots are added for football, we would need an increase of 392 female spots to reach compliance. In addition to the 3 tests done by the OCR, there are 13 other categories that they look at. One of these being scholarship money and the percentage that it is given out to both male and female athletes. If the football program is non-scholarship, they will immediately meet compliance and they will not have any issues regarding this. However, if scholarships are added, they would still be in compliance, but this would be an increase of $1.7 million annually. In conclusion, although the interest of adding a football team to Winthrop University is high, financially and legally, it is not feasible. Thank you for watching our segment of Around the Horn.
It's Around the Horn